How's everyone doing? So I got up here in my room. I got up here about 15 minutes ago, and I went ahead and cut the borders. So I felt like the borders, one should be smaller than the other one. Traditionally, the blue one, the inner border would be smaller than the outer border. And then I said, well, who made that rule? I said, we're going to just break that rule, I think, today. I think we're just going to go with the two borders. I ended up doing my borders at 3.75 because I had that amount of fabric to be able to do that. Good morning, Catherine. So yeah, so we're breaking all rules. That's fine. I'm fine with it. Here, I'm moving us a little bit. So I cut these, and the blue one goes down first. But first, we're going to put together the quilt. As you can see, I didn't do anything. I also have an unboxing. I got some happy mail yesterday from Pat. So we will open that at some point. But right now, I am just going to be working on this. The house is all quiet. It's a Saturday morning. I slept in. Almost decided to sleep in completely. But I said, nah, I got things to do. I got to get my day going. So here I am. How are you, Catherine? Hopefully doing well. Anyone coming in, please give me a thumbs up that you're here. Hi, Anita. How are you? It's been a minute. How are things with you? It's cold here. We had some snow and sleet. And we're supposedly going to be getting some rain. It's been in the 30s here. It's so back to cold when it was so nice too. It was in the 70s this week. Hi, Annette. Good morning. Yes, been productive. Well, that's good. Before I got on this live, I didn't do any YouTube this morning when I woke up. I was working on my ancestry stuff. But when I went to go on a live, I saw there was a quick post. I wasn't able to like it or comment because I was trying to set up my live. So I'm glad to hear that you have internet back. I just skimmed over it really quick. I didn't read it. I figured I'd go back after the live and read it better. But it said something about you had a power outage. But it seems like your power outage is no longer. Right, Annette? If I read that correct. So you're safe. Everything is safe. Everything is good in your neck of the woods. So I'm going to web this whole thing. Yes, we're back in business. So I'm not even going to cut in between where I just sewed. I'm just going to open, and I'm going to put the other blocks. Of course, they're up there. So I have to grab the 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, and 4 blocks. There we go. I'm going to grab those blocks. Hi to any of the regular and new crew. So I'm trying to finish up this quilt here. It seems like I'm on a slow path this year. You know me, I normally go crazy with the quilting, but I just really haven't had much time this year. I feel like I haven't had. Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Instead of a quilt a day, it's like a quilt a week with some little extra stuff here and there sprinkled in. I'm slowing down. I'm going to grab the next one and open this up, look at everything, and put my next block in. Hi, Nate. How are you doing? The weather system left us headed your way. I know. I know it's headed our way. Oh, I know about it. The cold set in. It may have headed in yesterday where we just got rain, some hail, some sloppy weather, but nothing big. Extra house cleaning and decluttering because it was out of control. Anita, same here. That was last weekend. Last weekend was the decluttering and out of control because it's the winter and now it's spring. We did some of that last week. Hopefully we'll get to another shelf area this week. Honey probably does not want to hear that because I go crazy. Yeah, I cleaned in this room, moved things around, got rid of stuff, but very little. Just reorganize and still have to reorganize. Let's see. February charity event sewing for my daughter. Oh, that's lovely. Good morning, Linda. How are you? And after I web this and get this all done, I will have to walk over to the big ironing board. Press this before I put on my borders. This way everything is on nice. All right, so I don't even know how to respond to that one, so I'm just gonna ignore it. So this is a quilting channel. We talk about everything sewing and quilting related, and sometimes we talk about things that are not quilting relating, but we try to keep the channel about that. So if you have a quilting question, that's one thing. All right, so I have my quilt all webbed, right? It's all connected. So now we're going to connect these rows together. And I'm going to pin just to kind of keep things all lined up. Everything should nest. And here we are. Well, cross stitching is great. Good morning, Amy. How are you? Cross stitching is great. I've tried. Not very good at it. Not good at the cross stitching. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go across here and come where they intersect here and nest. Really, we have where the big blocks meet is where we have some nesting. Everything else, there is nothing to line up. So there is no seams to line up in the center area here. And over to the end. And we're almost done. I mean, this quilt kind of went by pretty quick. It was a free pattern on So She Can website. And so you can go get it. What is it called? In case if you want to know, it is called Ready? 3-yard twin star. Twin star. Good morning, Joyce. So let's find something we could talk about this morning. How many of us are on here? We have 12 people on here. We did a lot of survival questions earlier this week. We're going to go ahead and do some science, amazing animals. Ready? Chelsea is a lot of fun. Yes. So here we go. An elephant's trunk contains over 40,000 muscles. True or false? Did I do these? No, I didn't. Okay. I had to check if I got that. Leanna, are you doing the Fabric Cafe challenge? Joyce, I'm not sure if I'm doing the Fabric Cafe challenge because I've been doing the Fabric Cafe challenge since the beginning of this channel. I've always scrapped up. That's why I have so many of you followers. You follow me to see how I scrap up Fabric Cafe. So I'm going to say I'm going to leave it to you guys. I mean, you know, there's just so many things that I want to do, and there's not enough time in the day. There definitely isn't. And if you've noticed, I've slowed down quite a bit, like quite a bit in the amount of sewing I'm doing. I'm taking a little bit of time for healing of my body and my soul and everything else that goes along with it. So I'm gonna say may skip that one, but you never know. You never know with me. I do have to work down some scraps, but you see me do that all the time. I just am not doing it when they want to do it. Let's put it that way. Could be true. I know it has a lot, but I don't know if it's that many. Yeah. Lena, are you back to work? Oh yes, I'm back to work. I am back to work, and it has been busy year, so I get home very tired. So that's why, you know how I used to bang out quilts left and right? Yeah, I don't have that time, and it's not that time. I don't have that energy. And I'm listening to myself and not pushing things. So this year, it's going to be more of a creative, things that are new to me. I've been doing a lot of that on my channel, things that are new to me. I will open up a project I've never done and do stuff like that. I found these things called bangles at an estate sale, which is new to me, a new technique and everything. So I'm trying that out for a little bit. But even yesterday, I couldn't get a video together. Honey came home early and we watched, ouch. I went and became a PBS member and we watched a couple things on PBS streaming. I get tired of watching there's like really, I probably should put Netflix on pause because I've seen a lot of stuff. Even though they put a lot of stuff on there, I don't know, we just can't find too much. So we found a couple things on PBS, like Finding Your Roots. Well, I've been doing my genealogy. That's something else that I've added. So I've been doing my genealogy, been watching some of that show. But you can't watch it unless you are a Passport member, so. And then yesterday we found a new show on there called The Count of Monte Cristo. So we started watching that. We watched one. And of course, Call of the Midwives. Yes, if you're a Passport person, you can watch Call of the Midwives before it airs. So I watched one of those. Let's see. This is the 6 half-yard challenge. This is the 6.5-yard challenge from one of their 3-yard books. Yes, and I've done a lot of those before that was even a thing. That's how they found me. Because of all the scrappiness I was doing. Do you have a lot on your plate, lady? Yes, I do, Joyce. One thing is ticked off the bucket list, then no point doing it again. Yes. Do you mean Carolina Fairbanks of So She Can, the Twin Star 3-yard quilt? I've made that one. Yes, it's this one. It came as the pattern for the Creative Notions, but they gave us all the fabric, including the backing and binding. So that was a really good deal. So yes, I think that's what it is. It just says from So She Can. It doesn't give me a person's name on here. I have not watched regular TV in 3 months. Hi, Brigania. Oh yeah, passport holder PBS. I know, I love PBS. I'm such a masterpiece theater person for years and years and years. So I let it lapse, and so I just re-upped yesterday again. Because we were looking for something to watch, and we went on to PBS, and then I realized, oh, I didn't re-up it, so we had to re-up it. Good morning, Myra. It's So Can She. Oh, what did I say? So She Can? I'm sorry. So Can She. Twin Star 3-yard quilt from So Can She. Yes. Not if I said the other way. I'm still not awake. I literally woke up at 6:20 and got my booty up here to cut borders. I really was thinking about calling it and not coming on live, but I have things to do. I have to get myself out of that bed. Today we're gonna have got a lot to do, and I've got a turkey to roast. So I'm gonna get myself out. I feel lately I leave work on Friday, close my eyes, and then I wake up and it's Monday morning, back time to go to work. I don't know why I'm feeling that way, but I'm just feeling that way. And it was like, what did I do this weekend? I didn't even sew much. And I have work to do. Fabric Cafe has been keeping me quite busy with the new books that are going to be coming out. And they have come up with some beautiful new things. So I've been busy doing that too. Also been busy trying to get myself ready for the Soft Squares retreat, which is on March 31st. Yes, I fly in March 31st, and I think the 31st is the first day. So I'm getting ready for that. I think she said she has one more opening available, or possibly 2, but I'm not 100% sure. And that might have been come and gone because I haven't spoke to Lynn in a while because I've been busy. I come home and it's just family and food and, chores. Ouch. It used to be nice when Honey was home, but Honey went back to Honey's back. So Honey spoiled me when he used to be home. I think I got a lot more sewing when he used to be home because he used to do all the cleaning and the washing and all that. But now that that's not an option and he's had to go back. I can no longer have time for sewing as much as I would like. Hi, Deb, and hi, Nikki. Good morning. Using paper is a good idea. Here we go. I'm going to go all the way back. Okay, do you have Do you have a recommendation for sewing silk? No, I don't. I've never sewn with silk. Good morning, Katoom and Deb. Am I missing anyone? I apologize. I'm just looking, making sure I haven't. And Nikki is here. I have been scared to use the fabric for anything because I don't want to ruin it. I'm there with you. I may do the same. And yes, I think I'm all done. Okay, so I had this completely sewn up, and it's like this in the pattern. So now I'm going to give it a quick press, and with that, we're going to do this. An elephant's trunk contains over 40,000 muscles is true. All of these animals live in groups. A, python, B, penguins, or C, parrots. All of these animals lives in groups except A, pythons, B, penguins, or C, parrots. I'm going to go give this a press while you all answer that question. I'm almost done. So there we are. We have it. It's done. Now it's just time for me. I have way too many cords there. My hair is growing by the moment. All right, so we are going to put borders on this. I'm going to grab my stack of blue borders here. We have a lot of A's. Yes. No to pythons. Yeah, pythons. Okay, so all these group animals live in a group except for pythons. Pythons do not live in groups. Okay. Which of the following reptiles can move one eye while keeping the other eye still? Ooh, that's creepy. Which of the following reptiles can move one eye while keeping the other eye still? It's like they're watching. I got my eye on you. A, a chameleon, B, an alligator, or C, a cobra? All right, we are going to put another one to this. What do we have? We have a chameleon, lots of A's. Lots of A's. And I don't know why that's this, because it says chameleon. I'm like thinking, is it Boy George who's saying, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh my goodness. Some songs stick in my head. I don't even know why that song is even there. From choices of trivia. The answer is, yes, the chameleon. Chameleon is the answer. You were all right, chameleon. Okay, what do we call claws of a bird of prey? A, fingernails, B, talons, or C, meat hooks? What do we have here? Talons. Is the border fabric also in the blocks? Yes, it is. Oh, I like meat hooks. I know, I was reading, I was like, they're getting creative now. Yes, so it's 3 1-yard cuts of fabric is what I received in my box, plus the backing and binding. So yes, this border is in there. I feel this fabric, this pattern, if you didn't strip piece and you strip and you print, you pieced it the way it said to piece it in the quilt pattern, you could definitely make this scrappy. Definitely. Using all different kinds of whatever background color you chose and all the different squares. So lends itself to that. Let me grab a cutter. I'm gonna cut this border right here, this end. Yes, by actually cleaning, I found a lot of stuff, like deep cleaning that I had. Like this. This was it sitting in a old Sew Sampler box. I was like, oh, I could be using that. So that was good. Find. And there we are. Now we're going to go to the other side. Let's see. We're all here. Yes. Okay. So the answer is, I want to say B, talons, and it is. B, talons, it is for the win. Okay. Which of these animals has webbed feet for swimming? Which of these animals have webbed feet for swimming? A, a beaver. B, a frog. C, a duck. Or D, all of the above. You know what would be cool is if I could find something like a game that's like quilters trivia. That may be fun. I've looked a couple times and not seen it, but I'm gonna take another look, because every time you turn around, there's always something new, right? Because that would be fun trivia, a sewing trivia game. All the above, all the above. I should design a game for quilting quiz. Yeah, that would be fun. I feel like that'd be fun. It's something I've looked for it. There used to be a game, a real old-timey game I found on eBay, but it was really expensive. So I was like, okay, not doing that. But over time, maybe there is. now we have this, and I've got now the sides on. All of the above is the right answer. You all had that right. All the above is the right answer. So now I'm going okay. So I have that. Those answers. Here we go. We're going to go with survival questions, all right? Are we ready? Hi, good morning, Barbara. I was waiting for Pat, but I don't see Pat on here to open up her package. So wait. Ready? How to impress the in-laws the first time you meet them. Ready? A, take attention off yourself by asking questions, especially about how they met, their wedding, and what your future spouse was like as a child. Be sure to compliment their child rearing. B, take them to an expensive restaurant and be sure to pick up the check. Or C, cook dinner at your house and make sure you serve at least 3 courses. Which one would you do? I'm going to go press this. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my sides pressed. And now I'm going to grab one of these, which is a full length of fabric. And see what we get. And let me see if this will... Oh boy, it just makes it, like literally just, I'm gonna double check that. Let me see. It's as if I cut this for that. Let me double check. It does. Wow. Okay. So here we go. We are going to put this on here. And it just makes it. I mean, we had plenty anyway, but then this way I don't have to put anything joining. So let me see what you would all say. A tough question. I have to hop off now. Time to go. Everybody have a blessed day. You too. I wouldn't do any of them, but I'd pick A. Don't do any of that. Stay safe. We have lots of A's. And yes, goodbye, Annette. Have a good day. No, not a good day. Have a great day. Have more than just a good day. So, how to impress the in-laws the first time you meet them. Yes, they're saying A. You should do A. That's what they're saying. Okay. How to clean a filthy microwave. How to clean a filthy microwave. A. Unplug and move to your sink. Scrub using a very wet sponge and mild abrasive cleaner. Rinse under a faucet. Okay. B. Fill a bowl with water and half a lemon. Cook on high for 5 minutes and wipe down. B, spray with a grease removing cleanser, then cook on defrost for 2 minutes. Wipe down with a sponge lightly dampened with bleach. Some of these things that they have are a little crazy. Some of them probably could kill you if you're not careful. You said B twice, didn't you? Never press start with an empty. Can we pick B twice too? Yeah. It is B. It is B. One, first of all, who can rank? That's not even safe. B, fill a bowl with water and half a lemon, cook on high for 5 minutes, then wipe down. C, I think you could kill yourself. You are not supposed to be mixing spray bottles of cleaner with bleach and other things. It causes gases that actually could kill you. So don't do that. It is too heavy to move. I was thinking that too. I'm thinking those other two choices were really off base, very off base. See, I try not to have any leftovers, right? But clearly I'm going to have leftovers because I'm going to have this strip left over. Plus a little half strip. Oh, it's going to have to be for a small project. It's going to have to be for a small project. All right. So here we are. Let's put this. Though I think with the pink one, the pink border, we'll probably just make it. And I have a little bit of extra that I could cut if we run short. And maybe we're going to have to do cornerstones on this if we run short pink. We will see. Looks like mug rug size left. Yep, that's exactly it. And I'm going to retreat, and you normally bring a little, you don't have to, she said, but you normally bring like a little gifty. So I think I had so many things on my mind. Like I was going to make this, I was going to make that, and then I just never got to it. All right. That we did that. Okay, so now I have this, and I'm going to, there's hardly anything to shave off that I'm shaving off because I have to put the last border on this. And so we are going to square this off. Here we are. And then my next one, which is right here. This little mat is super cute. It's like a Lori Holt cutie mat, they call it, or something like that. I just want to keep everything square. And there we are. I'm going to press this, and then we can put the next one. Love that fabric. Looks, I do too. I've been sorting different categories of scraps, including random strips from a huge bag of donations. That's wonderful. Where are you going to retreat? So, Lynn's from Soft Squares in Utah. I'm one of their guests. So here we go. All right, and And now the next one is the pink one. Now this is a very good size quilt. This is a really big, good size quilt. So just putting that out there. It is a really good size quilt. All right, so here we are. Are we ready? Yes, they invited me last summer when they did their first retreat, but I couldn't go because I was dealing with my grandma's, taking care of her and stuff. And I'm glad I didn't go because, you know, I spent that precious time with her instead of cutting short my trip. And this time I wasn't sure when they invited me again if I could go because of health issues. But I'm going to go with the issues and just make the best of it. All right, so we have two, and I know that I'm going to go ahead and sew these two together because I'm going to need them sewn together, plus the extra of whatever is left of these. And I might have to go into, I have a little piece of leftover that's about the same width of this because I really did it as I wanted to maximize. So I'm cutting it close. But the good news is that's why we've maybe invented cornerstones, so that when we cut it close, we do something interesting on the corners. We can always do that. Reinvent, as I say, reinvent. Okay, so we're going to put in our last border, and we will see how much we can get, because I am not following the pattern when it comes to the borders. I've made the borders much bigger. I maximize things. I mean, it's just better for donation and better for scrap management if I just don't have that many. Hello, Andrea. How are you? Yes, it's a lot of traveling though. It's a very long, a lot of traveling. Because I'm going from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast. It is longer. It's double the amount of traveling than if I go to Puerto Rico. All right, here we go. And I didn't even give you, are you flying? Oh yeah, no, flying. Yes, flying. I'd so flying. I'm in no, and we've driven from Texas to New York, because when I lived in Texas, we had done the travel from Texas to New York multiple times, but I've never done cross country. I want to do cross country, but more of a trip maybe when I'm retired with my honey and we stop off at the different states and do different things. That would be nice. Maybe camp here and camp there and camp everywhere. Or as some of my followers say, you don't have to camp. We'll house you here. We'll do a sew date here. Some of you have been very sweet. When I had mentioned, someone said, you could park an RV or a tent right out there. Yeah, I would like to do that, but I don't see that anytime in the near future. So flying will be the way I'll be going. All right, here we are. Now, I'm going to come on this side and put this one on. Yep. I had to see where I left off. I mean, this is really looking nice. This is looking beautiful. Now, what I would like to do, I just have to get my mind to do it, is what I would like to do is I would like to go ahead and stick this right on the long arm and finish it, since they gave me the backing and binding. Because now I don't have to look for backing and binding. I'd like to do that, but you know, I end up always doing something else on the weekends. I thought about it, but yes, all that travel. I flew to Alaska once, hard for me with my motion sickness, even with, she's got some medicine. I'll be doing a quilter deal in 4 years. Oh, wow. I've driven across Australia both ways. So one thing Honey wants to do this summer is he wants to venture out of our little village in Puerto Rico and drive and visit other parts. And because we normally stay within, you know, a 2 hour, well, within an hour, I would say, in an hour range. He would like to travel the island this year, but I don't know if I'm up for it. We'll see when we get there closer. And I'm so excited because I feel like this quilt was just a nice flow for me, and it wasn't a rush job. I just enjoyed the whole process of it. Sometimes I rush them so much that I don't really enjoy the whole process, and it's important to do that. This really was a lovely sew. Here we go. So now I have this little extra piece, but remember, we have a lot more fabric than I did before. So I'll see how far this little piece gets us. If not, I have I have a half, not a full width of fabric, but a half width of fabric of this size left over. So now I'm going to take these two and press these two real quick. And then we'll put the final one on here. All right, here we are. So I'm going to sew this piece to here, and we will see, cross our fingers, that we make it with this and my other little half piece. If not, we're going to come up with something cool for the corners, you know? Can only do what we can do here. I did cut it close. No big surprise. No big surprise here. Hi, Donna. Did I miss you, Donna? There you are. Okay. So I'm going to do this in half, right? And then we're going to see what we've got going on. This is what's going to determine whether I do cornerstones, which I could do cornerstones with that blue because I have plenty of that blue. It's the same size as this, so that was a plus. Let's see what we've got going on here. Yes, we made it. We made it. We made it. We are doing good. We made it. So let me go and find here. This is the end. So we don't need cornerstones, and that's good. We have just a little tiny bit of pink left. And this is my last one, so we are going to lock that stitch right in. So when I long arm this, nothing is coming apart. I love it when things just work out. So again, if you are doing this, you're using 3 1-yard cuts, you're following the whole thing of how I sewed it with strips instead of individually pieced. The border for this was 3 3/4 is what I had. 3 3/4 for both borders. Yes, I went rogue. I didn't follow quilting rules, right? Because technically the inner border should be smaller. I toyed with the idea, but I said, I don't want to have a ton of leftover. We're going to maximize this for charity reasons, and hopefully that backing she gave me, I didn't think about that. That backing she gave me, I'm sure we'll have enough. If not, we'll just add a little strip to that backing of something that I have, maybe these little leftovers, and make it a little bigger if we need to. But I think we're going to be good. Here we are. So excited to see this. And then someone said I can enter this in the Soft Squares March contest, which I didn't even think about, because it is florals. I'm so out of the loop with everything. Hello, Lori. How are you? Good morning, Joydy. Nice to see you. We're putting on the last border, the last one, and then all that needs to happen is I need to just kick myself in the rear and says, you are quilting this because you've got the backing and everything. My excuse all the time is, oh, I've got to figure out the backing. I'll do it when I need the quilt for pass it forward. I think I should just quilt it. Here we go. Plus, I do have two quilts I have to pass forward. Yesterday, everyone loved that one that I brought in yesterday, so that was cool. I did remember once I got off to do that. I also remembered to share out Rita and also So Starling. I don't know what I wrote, but I found the channel So Starling, who came and visited us during the week. So I also posted that. She just has shorts of what I could see and mostly posts, as she's a new channel. So yeah. Here we are. Let's see. The fabric is gorgeous. I am loving this fabric. It really is. It's Andover fabric. I did an unboxing a couple of, maybe last week sometime, maybe a couple of weeks. I don't know. Time has gone so fast for me. I'm going to put this last border on, and then I got to quickly open up my Happy Mail from Pat, because the guy who sews will be coming on next. So that's Sean, and he has the gentleman who does the patterns that he's always sewing. I believe he's on with him today. Then Donnell's on. She's doing Mama J's pattern. It's beautiful. It's a bee wall hanging. It's really pretty. So she's going to be sewing that up today. And here it is. And there's a lot, probably more lives that I haven't mentioned on here. Don't forget Deb has her live tomorrow at 7:15. So I will not be on live tomorrow. I have the day off tomorrow. But Deb will be on. And quilting with Lori, she's doing some madness thing. She's on all day. No, not all day. But she's on, you know, here and there and everywhere. I love it. I love it. So see, I have just this little piece. So this is what my scraps look like after the 3 yards. I have the piece from that border. Those are the pieces from the border. The piece from the strip set. A little tiny piece from a strip set. And then another little piece. It's not a full. These are not full. These are just little. And then these as background. And I think I want to sew something up with these just to kind of get them out. And here, I'm going to unveil the whole thing. Thank you. I was just typing about when you said that. Yes. And what else do we have? Lori didn't. I thought Lori had more info. Okay, so I'm going to put this up real quick. And then you can see it. Here it is. I'm going to swing you over. So here is the quilt, all done. So here is, comes in a bag. This is from Creative Notions. Here is the backing that she sent. And it is a 108. And it is, of course, it's just shy because, of course, I made it too big by an inch, really. So it's okay because we're going to maybe, now that this makes the thing, that I'm going to take this, and this is what she sent for binding. I have about a half a yard of this. I'm just going to take this and make a strip in the center of this like that. Or maybe I'll find something else and use this for another quilt. But I think I could just do this. Put this strip, make this bigger, and then I have the correct size I need. Because you know I do fold over binding all the time. So I think that's what I'm going to do to make this bigger. But I'm enjoying it. Yes. So, yes, it's a new line. It's pretty much a newish line. So we have that. Okay, so before, I've got 1 minute or 2 minutes before Sean gets on. So I'm going to be dipping into his time. I don't like to do that, but here we go. We're going to open this up, and we are going to see what's in here. Ready? Ooh, I see pretty fabrics. Really pretty fabrics. I don't want to cut anymore because it's looking like I was cutting close things. All right, so we have, she sent me the Creative Notions box that she had gotten in December because remember I made it, but it wasn't big enough for a Quilt of Valor. So I am going to enlarge the quilt that I made with the extra fabric she sent me for a Quilt of Valor. That's going to go to her chapter. So we are going to do that. And, oh, I don't know what happened. I'm so sorry. We got, see that? We have some white. And then, oh, look, this has a Cotton Cuts logo on there. So that's kind of cool. She must have ordered something from Cotton Cuts. And these here look like half-yard cuts. Half-yard cuts, red, white, and blue. We have that. And this one. Oh, I just sewed with this fabric. I sure did. Not for you guys, but for something else I'm doing. That you have not seen yet. I think I have. Yes, I think I have. Look at that. This is beautiful. What line is this? think these are all different lines, but I'm loving it. Let's see, now I want to know. So this is Moda Sunrise Side by Mimic and Simpson. What's this? This is Sunshine Side. Maybe they all are. Yes. This one doesn't say. But I'm going to look because now I want to. Inquiring minds want to know. My mind wants to know. It's just, they're all Moda fabrics. I swear I sewed with this, but darker version. Tooled leather. Tooled leather. This one is tooled leather. This one here is Sunrise Side. And this one here is, I love it. Thank you, Pat. Going to make lovely things like this, Sunrise Side. So basically, from the Sunrise Side by Mimic and Simpson, there's, looks like this. Here we go. Isn't that beautiful? And then we have this. Pack and stuff those envelopes until they almost blow up. Yes. Good morning, Raven, but I am out. It's 8:02. Go over and see the guy who sews. And I will see you all Monday because tomorrow I will not be going live. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Please take care of yourself. Pass it forward. And if you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and share my channel. Make sure, if you don't mind, on your way out, giving me the thumbs up. I would also appreciate it. See you soon. Bye.